Hey, my name is Joseph Clough, and this is my wonderful wife, Melissa Clough, who's
Hi.
also my co-trainer when it comes to teaching hypnosis. Now, today we want to talk to you about rapport. Now, what is rapport? Rapport is the ability to be able to connect with someone so it just feels comfortable and it feels as if you can express your thoughts and deliver the kind of results that you want to when you're having that communication, that conversation with someone. Now, most of the time, we feel that resistance. We feel like there's a separation there. And it doesn't matter if it's just in a relationship, it doesn't matter if it's in a work situation, or even more importantly, when it comes to working with people once you learn hypnosis for yourself. You see, when you have the ability to articulate your thoughts while also allowing that person to feel engaged and absolutely comfortable, you will get the most profound results in with yourself, with those that you communicate, and also when you learn hypnosis too.
So rapport really begins the second that you meet somebody. The very second you meet somebody, our brains are wired to protect ourselves, and especially the unconscious mind that's one of its main functions is scanning constantly your surroundings and going, do I need to keep myself safe or do I not? Including when you meet somebody, your unconscious mind within 3 seconds is going, I trust this person or I don't. And so in order for us to really communicate our message properly to others, for people to receive it well, we have to be in rapport, meaning we have to be in harmony with the people that we're encountering so that communication can flow easily. There are no walls up. We're open and receptive. And that's also why, on a side note, why hypnosis works so well is because we're in rapport with the therapist, the hypnotherapist, the person who is doing the hypnosis, as well as hypnosis is also helping us to become more in rapport with ourselves so that we're not constantly fighting an inner conflict. So when you are working with people, you really want them to feel open with you, to receive you, so that your work can be the most effective with them and your message can be communicated more effectively.
Yeah, and the most fascinating thing for me is this. The communication is verbal and also non-verbal. You see, out of 100% of all communication, 93% is actually unconscious. Only 7% is words. So it doesn't really matter what you say. It's about your physiology, it's about your tonality, and the subsets of both of those which really makes communication work. So once you master those subtle unconscious physiology and tone, you can actually put someone into trance conversation. You can actually communicate powerfully where you're presenting, where it's in a relationship. No matter where you are, once you master that hypnotic language at an unconscious level, you get profound results.
So we're going to give you 3 ways that you can help build rapport with somebody immediately upon meeting them. And one is starting with body language.
Yeah, so more often than not, when we are communicating with someone, we're just feeling or noticing our physiology being a certain way, and obviously the other person has their own physiology. Now, the real weird thing about this is that most people try to use this technique in the weirdest way. They try to overdo it. And the technique is this.
You know those people.
Yeah, there's lots of them around.
Yeah.
And it's ultimately you getting into your physiology, which is close to the person that you're talking with. So if their physiology is with their arms crossed over, you would do the exact same thing, but maybe a little bit less, so it doesn't look creepy or anything. But we're trying to get into resonance with their physiology. It could be matching their breathing, ever so subtle, but it allows you to once again have that flow and that resonance, which actually displaces any resistance in your communication.
Yes. And also when you meet somebody, if I were to put my hand out and say, nice to meet you, I might lean in a little bit more just to let you know I'm into this conversation. I'm welcoming you in. I'm getting out of my wall and I'm inviting you in. And when I do that, you are more likely to lean in as well because you're also unconsciously trying to build rapport with me too. So the first thing first is just even upon shaking hands, just leaning in, looking in the eye and smiling.
Because when you think about a handshake, it's unconscious. You don't think about it. So even if you went out to someone and said, what would happen if I do this? Automatically, the other person will put their hand out to shake the hand. And we can actually use that for an induction, but that's for a different time when it comes to hypnosis. But what we're really doing here is matching physiology, not exactly the same, but bridging that gap. Now, what will be another example of getting into rapport?
So after we meet, then we can go into what you were saying about breathing and maybe speed of talk. So if Joe is here going, I'm here because I really need to let go of this anxiety. And I go, oh my gosh, well, I can totally understand where you're coming from. Okay. And then once he sees I'm kind of connecting with him unconsciously, then I'll start to slow the breath down, and then he'll begin to follow the breathing with me. That's leading and pacing is a little bit more of an advanced technique, which we'll get into later. But that's just one thing you can do, is to match the breathing and then start shifting the breathing into slower.
Matching their tone and then slowly changing your own, because that means you're in resonance and now you're guiding them to where you want to be. So we can utilize the same kind of tone, the tempo of our voice. And also what I really like is saying things the way you like them to feel. Now, what do I mean by that? So if we're learning hypnosis, I'm going to be saying certain words with a sense of relaxation. So you can go ahead and just relax. Now, if I shouted that, if I was going it very, very fast, just go ahead and relax.
Relax.
We're just completely out of sync. Yeah. But if you have in your mind, say the words that you would like to say in how you would like them to feel, it creates those words, it creates a certain tempo, a certain tone, it even changes your physiology. So when the person receives that, they get that energy, they get that feeling, but everything is nice, everything is comfortable. So that is a great way of just saying the things you would like to say to them by saying how you would like them to feel.
Yes, so we had body language, leaning in, eye contact, smiling. We also had breath, following the breath, and then leading them into how you also want them to breathe. And then 3, saying it with your tone, right? How you want them to feel based on your tone. Even if I want you to get excited, I'm not going to say, okay, everybody, so let's all stand up and let's start clapping together. It's not going to be very exciting if I want you to feel excited. If I want you to feel relaxed, maybe that's a little bit better. So we want to use our tone, our breath, our body language. Those are 3 simple ways that you can start to build rapport immediately upon meeting somebody. And then there are also these very advanced techniques that we kind of touched upon that really get you into becoming like really an expert in communication and rapport. And those, I think, being in harmony in relationship is one of the most important skill sets that you can have to know how to do that. So that's something we are going to teach on our hypnosis training course on our Intro to Hypnosis Weekend certification, December 6th through the 8th in San Diego. And in order to register, can I give them the website?
Sure, it is www.nlphypnosistrainings.com/San Diego. So that's www.nlphypnosistrainings.com/San Diego. Now, what I was just thinking right there is this. Most hypnotists do not have any rapport. There's a big mismatch there. So they may say the words, the right words, but they're totally out of rapport. They haven't got the physiology down. So if you're really excited to be able to do conversational hypnosis, to be able to do inductions, then this is for you. So go ahead to www.nlphypnosistrainings.com/San Diego, and we cannot wait to meet you.
The link is below. It's also early bird rate. It was just released, and we have a few spots left. So make sure you get your place before we are sold out on that link. And there's also an additional option there to get an extra discount and bonus. So we will see you very soon. Oh, speaking of bonuses, they also get your course.
Yeah.
The Old Limits video audio course, which is regularly sold for $19.97. We're including that for free as a bonus program for you when you sign up to the Intro to Hypnosis. Learn hypnosis in a weekend training, December 6th through 8th in San Diego. Link is below, so go ahead and register, reserve your spot, and we will see you very soon.
Okay, speak to you soon. Bye-bye.